if you love scalping the forex market or the synthetic indices market or even the crypto market, then the Fibonacci tool is one tool that you need to be profitable. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Fibonacci tool to scalp the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame of any asset. Okay, so now what is the Fibonacci tool? This is the Fibonacci tool. This right here you can see. Okay, this is the Fibonacci tool, and you can find it amongst your tools on your trading view or your MT5. Okay, so today we're going to be using the Fibonacci tool to scalp the 1 minute and the 5 minutes time frame. Now, in order to use this tool effectively, the first thing we need to find is a trending market. Okay, either a strong bullish trend or a strong bearish trend. Now, like the one we have here, currently we are currently on a strong bearish trend. Okay, so in order to use this strategy, you have to find a strong downward trend, and for you to know a strong downward or a strong bullish trend, you just pull out your trend line and identify the trend like this. Okay, now look at this. This is the 1 hour time frame, okay, on this asset, and looking at this place, you can see we are currently on a strong downward trend, right? Can you see that? A strong bearish trend. Okay, this is the perfect time you have to use your Fibonacci tool. Okay, head over to the 30 minutes time frame. You can see that all clear. This is the 15 minutes time frame. You can see the trend heading downward clearly. Okay, so all you have to do is pull out your trend line for confirmation. You can see that nice slope all the way downward, right? So that is a strong what? Bearish trend. That's a strong bearish trend. So you go over to your 5 minute time frame or your 1 minute time frame. In this case, we're going over to the 1 minute time frame after identifying a strong bearish trend. So let's head over to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so on the 1 minute time frame, so you can see that nice slope all the way down. Okay, so the Fibonacci tool is usually used to identify the gold retracement area in order for you to take a nice sell. So having seen this strong bearish trend, you are going to be looking out for points at which you have to take a good sell. Okay, a good entry position. Now look at this retracement right here. Okay, so we have swing highs. Can you see that we have swing highs and we have swing lows? So identify your swing point. We have the swing high again, okay, and then a swing low. Okay, so you identify your swing point. Haven't identified your swing point, you have to wait for a retracement. Okay, so in order to use the Fibonacci tool, you need to use the swing high, the previous swing high, and the previous swing low. Okay, like this. Currently we have a swing high right here. Let's use the tool right away. Okay, so we want to identify where we can enter a sell. Okay, so let's apply our Fib tool right here on this swing point. So I'll draw, okay, from top to down, since it is a downtrend. Can you see that? From your top to your down, so you draw it, okay, down to the lowest point of, okay, can you see that? So what I will be looking out for at this very stage for me to get an entry, so I'll be looking for a way to enter this trade. Okay, so after drawing my Fibonacci tool, okay, to mark out, to connect the swing high and the previous swing high and the recent swing low, so I will mark out the gold zone. I call this the gold zone. Okay, so the gold zone is between your 61 area, okay, your 61 area to your 50 area. So you mark it out. So what you'll be waiting for, you'll be waiting for when price is going to retrace back to that zone, okay, in order to join this trend and sell. So you wait for when price is going to come back to this zone. So if price comes back to that zone, all I have to do is what? To hop into the trade and take the trade all the way down. Okay, I'll take the trade all the way down. So that is how to use your Fibonacci tool. So we'll be waiting for this to see if price is going to retrace back to this gold zone, and then we'll enter and we're going to ride all the way down. So if price comes back to this zone, I'm going to go for a short. Okay, I'm going to sell. If it comes back to this zone, I'm going to what? Sell. But if it doesn't, I have no trade. Okay, if it doesn't, I have no trade. Or probably it comes and it goes above it, I have no trade. I'm not going to take any trade. So I will only take a trade when it enters this zone right here and then it reverses. Okay, it reverses. I see rejection candles happening right there, or probably a consolidation right there. Then I know that actually it's going to go down again. So let's wait and see if that happens in this. Okay, so in order to use the Fibonacci tool, you have to identify previous swing highs and swing lows. Now let's say we want to use our Fibonacci tool in this area in order to get a good nice entry sell position. So all I have to do is identify my previous swing high. Okay, this is a swing high, okay, and this is a swing low. So all I have to do is take out my Fib tool and I will draw it from the swing high to the swing low. So let's get our Fib tool. Okay, so I'll draw from the swing high from the top, okay, of that high to this low right here. Okay, let's position that very well. Okay, so from the top to the low. Okay, so after drawing your Fibonacci tool to connect your swing high and your swing low, okay, if I want to get an entry, I will mark out. The next thing to do is to mark out the gold zone. I call it the gold zone, okay, and the gold zone is between the 50 and the 61. So I'm going to mark it out. Okay, so this is the gold zone. I just mark it out like this, the 50 level and what, the 61 level. Can you see that? Okay, so remember that when you are marking this out, price would have make this swing high all the way down and start retracing before you mark it out. So in order for you to know where this retracement is going to end, for you to now enter and join the sell trend, you have to wait till when price now returns toward the gold. So when price retraces back to the gold area, at this point right here is where you are going to enter and you are going to take this sell all the way down. Can you see that? I'm going to take that sell all the way down. So you can see that price retrace all the way back towards the between the 50 and the 61 area. When it hit that level, it retraced and it started coming down, and you can take all this sell downward. Okay, now if price goes beyond it, you don't want to take that trade. If price did not get to that level, you don't want to take that trade because anything can happen. But when it retraces at that very zone, that gold area, you can then take the trade. We are going to scalp all these candles all the way down before the next retracement. Okay, so now let's look at that at the current price. Okay, you know we marked out this level right here. Now price has entered that area. Can you see that? Price has entered this area. So when price enter that area, I don't just jump in. I'll have to wait and look at what's going to happen at that zone. Okay, because price can decide to go above the zone. So all I have to do, I have to wait to identify rejection candlesticks right there, and I see presence of reversal candlestick. Probably I see indecision candles. I could see shooting star. I could see the evening star. Okay, or the bearish engulfing candle. So I just wait and see, and once I notice that a reversal is confirmed, I'm going to hop into the trade and we ride all the way down. But if I don't see any reversal at this zone, I'm not going to take the trade. So let's wait for that candle to finish up. Let's know the information that candle have. Okay, so I think that should be, let's zoom in to see that correctly. That should be what a bearish engulfing. Can you see that? So we're going to take this trade, guys. Let's take this trade. Let's enter for a sell. Okay, so let's enter for a sell. So that's it. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes, guys. Let's see how it goes. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see this, guys? This is so perfect. This is so perfect. The Fibonacci tool, if used accurately, you are going to make massive profits using it. Scalping the 5 minutes or the 1 minute time frame using the Fibonacci tool. So now look at this. It's currently what? Retracing. So let's see how that trade is going to play out while we check out other instances where we can apply the Fibonacci tool. Okay, so let's look at how to apply the Fibonacci tool on a current uptrend. Okay, so on a current uptrend, so let's just take this little example right here. Okay, so we'll just bring out our fib tool. So this time, since we are dealing with a bullish trend, we have to draw from the bottom to the top. Okay, remember, we are dealing with a bearish trend, you draw from the top to the bottom. So let's consider this swing low right here and this swing high. Okay, so when we see this swing low and this swing high, so let's bring out our fib tool and see how that goes. Okay, so I'll draw from the bottom to the top because it's a bullish trend. Okay, on a bearish trend, you draw from the top to the bottom. So I will just draw it all the way to the top of that. Okay, let me extend it a little to this side. Okay, so we have marked out that zone. So for me to join this trade, all I have to do is wait for a retracement to the gold area. Okay, now where is the gold area? Between the 50 to the 61. So I just mark it out. Can you see that? Okay, so I mark out the gold area. Now look at what happened at that zone, guys. What happened at that zone? Can you see this retracement all the way down to that zone? And when it got to that zone, what happened? It started trending upward. So for you to enter that trade, you have to wait for that retracement to that zone, and then you enter in this very area and you are going to ride the trend upward. Okay, so let's check our trade to see how it's going, if we are losing or we are winning. Let's see. Oh my god, guys, can you see that? Can you see this? Can you see that the fib tool is very effective if applied correctly? So you can see that we are currently what? In a sell, and we are riding all the way down. Okay, so in order for you to take your profit, you have to take a profit. Don't be greedy. Okay, after getting a good entry, all you have to do is take your profit at the next low. Okay, at the next previous low. Either you can TP here, okay, you can TP at that zone, or you can TP right here. Okay, and you are going to put your SL above the zone, the 61. Okay, put your SL above this place. Okay, so that is how to use the fib tool, and you can see how effective it is, guys. And you see that we are in profit. So guys, so we have hit our TP level, which is the previous swing low. Can you see that? So we have hit that, and we are going to close the trade. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, because price can retrace any moment from now. Okay, so this explanation was done on the volatility indices. Okay, I used it on the volatility indices. Now let's check out the currency pairs, how you can use your Fibonacci to trading your currency pairs. Okay, so this is gold. Okay, so this is gold. Let's apply this. I think it was previously on a bearish trend, and now is a bit bullish. Can you see that? It's a bit bullish because there's been change of character right here. Okay, so initially it will be making lower lows, lower highs. Okay, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, and but when you look at this place now, there's been kind of a change of character. Okay, there's been a change of character, and it's starting to make a higher high. Okay, higher low and higher high. So let's use our fib tool. There's currently a retracement. Let's see if that retracement is happening at our gold zone. So we'll use our Fibonacci tool. Okay, so since it's a bullish trend we are considering, so let's plot it from the down to the top of that swing high. Can you see that? Top of that swing high. Okay, so I'll just position that correctly. Okay, so right between the gold area, okay, let's mark that out. So right between the gold area, which is your 50 and your 61 level, we can see a bit of consolidation. Let's see if the retracement is going to happen to the upside. Okay guys, so I think we got a confirmation. Can you see that? We got a confirmation. So price is currently going all the way back up. Okay, you can see that bullish engulfing candle right here. So you can see that bullish engulfing candle right there, and that is a sign that price is likely going to push all the way up. So let's see how that plays out. Okay, so this is gold. Okay, this is gold. So let's see if we can apply this on this trend. This is a strong bullish trend, guys, right? This is a strong bullish trend. So if I were to get an entry when this trend started initially, okay, this is a swing low and a swing high. Okay, you can see swing lows and swing high. So let's consider this. Let's use our Fib tool. Okay, so let's say we draw from the bottom to the top of that swing high. Okay, let's extend it to this area. Okay, now let's mark out our gold zone. So the gold zone is between what? The 50 towards the 61 area, guys. And can you see that the retracement happened up to that zone and then it started going up? So you see the retracement happened all to this, our gold zone, and then it started going upward. So if you were to take a trade, get an entry at the zone, you have to wait at the time at which price retrace to this zone right here. You identify presence of reversal candlesticks or indecision, and then you notice a push to the upside. Okay, a push to the upside, then you can enter and take the profit at the previous swing high right here. Okay, now after that you can see scalp more, wait again, wait again, move your Fib tool to the next swing high and the next swing low. So let's move our Fib tool. Let's say after trading that, we'll still come again. Okay, we mark out this new swing high and swing low. Can you see that? Okay, so we mark out that, and we'll mark out our gold area. Let's move our gold area here right now. This is our gold area, which is the 50 and the 61 area. And you can see that price tapped into that zone, guys. Let me zoom in. Can you see that? The price tapped into that zone, and when price got to that level, okay, that zone, it pushed back up. So this is how to scalp the 1 minute and the 5 minutes time frame of any currency, any asset, guys. So you continue doing this until you discover that the trend has ended. Now you can see another new swing high being made. If I want to also get more entries, okay, I have to plot my Fib tool again. Okay, let's connect the swing high and the swing low. I think this is it. Can you see that? So that's the new swing high and the swing low, and our gold area will move it right here. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see the retracement happened within that zone, right? When price hit the between the 50 and the 61 area, and price pushed back up. So if you enter right here, you are going to scalp and make massive profit. So you continue doing this until the trend ends, and you make a lot of profits using this Fibonacci retracement strategy. So if you got value from this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when we post many more great strategies. What assets do you like a strategy to trade next? Drop a comment in the comment section.